All right, hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Precious Ugweze, and in this video, we'll quickly look at these two beautiful problems. The first one here says that solution. It says that we should find the value of k for which this quadratic equation here, is a perfect square. And so the question is, what does it mean for you know for a quadratic equation to be a perfect square? Now what that means is that, for instance, if you have something like, say, x minus, let's say, a constant, say a, all squared. Okay, of course, if you expand this, you're going to get a quadratic equation, and so this is a perfect square. And if you have something like x, let's say, plus a all squared, so this is also a quadratic equation that is a perfect square. Now if you look at this carefully, you'll discover that this is actually equal to x plus a into x plus a. That's to say that when you have a quadratic equation that is a perfect square, if you equate each of these brackets to 0, it means that ax is going to be equal to a twice. So meaning that you are going to have a real and equal root. You're going to have real and equal roots. Okay, so in other words, for us to have a quadratic equation that is a perfect square, we are going to have that. Remember, the condition for a real and equal root is that b squared minus 4ac must be equal to 0. And if this happens, it means that b squared is equal to 4ac. Okay, and so from this equation, what is our a? Our a is 16, our b is minus 24. So we're going to have minus 24 all squared equal to 4 times 16, then times c, and our c here is k. Okay, so times k, and then from here it means we are going to have that will give us 576 to be equal to 4 times 16 is 64. So you have 64k, and so if we divide both sides by 64, and so our k will simply be equal to 9, and that is the required solution. So if you put k as 9 here, you will definitely form a quadratic equation that will give you a perfect square when factorized. All right, and so what about example 2? We are given number 2, cx squared plus bx plus a to be equal to 0. And the condition here is that we have the roots of this equation, where one of the roots is 4 times the other root. So let us assume that one of the roots is alpha. So that means that the second root is going to be 4 times alpha. So that means 4 times the first root. Let's go back to the question. Okay, they're asking us to show this, that we should show that 4b squared is equal to 25ac. Okay, so let's quickly go back. So what are we going to have? From here now, we will see that by sum and product of roots, it means that alpha plus 4 alpha is simply going to be equal to minus b all over a, but in this case our a is the c here, which is the coefficient of x squared. So that will be minus b over c, and so which means that we will have 5 alpha to be equal to negative b over c. All right, and then by product of roots, we are going to have alpha times 4 alpha is going to be equal to c all over a. And remember here, in this case here, our c, which is the constant, is the a here, while our a is the c. Okay, so that's going to give us, if you open this bracket, we will have 4 alpha squared to be equal to a all over c. Okay, and so if I call this equation 1 and this one equation 2, you would see that from equation 1, if we make alpha the subject, we are going to have that alpha is equal to minus b all over 5c. Okay, and this we can square both sides, and then if we square both sides, we are going to get alpha squared equal to the square of minus b is b squared, and the square of 5c is 25c squared. So why did we square both sides? So that we can get a value that we can substitute into equation 2. And so if I call this equation 3, now I want to substitute put 3 into 2, equation 3 into equation 2, and if you do that, we will definitely get that we have 4 alpha squared, and alpha squared has been given to be this, so we'll just replace alpha squared with b squared all over 25c squared. Okay, and this is equal to a all over c, and that is going to give us, if you open up this bracket, you will have 4b squared all over 25c squared is equal to a over c. And if we cross multiply, we are going to get, if I take this, if we cross multiply here, we are simply going to have that 4b squared c is equal to 25ac squared. And if we divide both sides by c, since c is common to the both sides, this will take away this. Therefore, we would have gotten 4b squared to be equal to 25ac as required. And this is what we are required to show, and that we have completely done. Okay, so this is just all I wanted us to see in this video. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and take time to solve some problems involving roots of equations. And if you have any comment or questions, always come to the comment section below and we will respond to you. See you in our next video. Like and share our videos. Bye.